as we continue now, any family, friends would like to share the memories. It can be a couple of words, many words, anything you want to share, anything that God placed in your heart. Because as we know, our life is a legacy. We touched people's lives, hearts, we helped them. And I know that he was a very special person and he touched many lives along the life as he went. So feel comfortable. Don't be shy. Come on over on the stage. You are the first. Great. Thank you.
You guys, I normally wouldn't disrespect a church wearing a hat, but this patch right here represents another brother of ours who passed away last year. This is beautiful. It was a stud, boy. It was a stud. You guys see those pictures, man? Growing up, I mean, man, I would have given anything to be as stud as this guy. I mean, he had a six-pack grip. You know what I'm saying, man? The life of a rock star, right? I didn't even know none of that. We've been riding with Oleg maybe a year or two. That's, but man, stud, dude. So I wanted to thank the family for putting this on. Like I said, we don't know much. I don't know much about Oleg's life beyond a year ago. So to see all this, it makes sense. Totally makes sense with what I knew about Oleg and who he was to people. It all makes sense. So thank you to the family for putting all this on and inviting us to be here. It's an honor to be here. And Oleg, we love you, brother. We miss you every day, man. Miss you every day. Your absence is felt deeply. Some of us haven't even gotten back out there fully yet. Some of us, it's still there. The distance between when it happened to now, it helps because we were able to absorb and cope and let some time go by and kind of let it sit, but it still hurts, it's still there. I don't have to tell you guys about Oleg. I'm sure everybody here has their own experience with him. He touched you all. He was a light, a really bright light. I don't have to explain why he brought so many people to his own service. My experience with Oleg was always fun, even in the times where I had to correct him because of something that he had posted on the group or something. It was always fun. There's a conversation that follows anything that his name was brought up in. He always reached out to me right away. And we just basically laughed. He had a really political standpoint where his sense of humor kind of went over the deep end sometimes, but it was I love diversity in people, and it was a part of him. It was who he was, and so it was really important that he was able to be that person. He just had to understand where he had to draw the line sometimes on his jokes. Instead of speaking about Oleg, I wrote this in hopes that Oleg could help speak through me in a way, if him and I could get on the same page. So I tried to channel Oleg in a way, because his passing was very sudden. It caught me by surprise when I seen the post. I literally thought it was a joke. I was pissed. I was like, this isn't funny. Since Oleg's passing, we had lost at least 10 more members in the community through accidents, cars, motorcycles, and we also had many riders that have gone down and have sustained injuries. Something as obvious as riding motorcycles is very dangerous. I've been many places in life. I've met a lot of people. I've been on a lot of scenes, the rap scene, the rock scene, the gang scene, all that crap. And motorcycle riding has literally taken more lives in any scene that I've ever been in. It's a dangerous thing to do. But there's a famous saying out there through Will Smith: the greatest things in life live on the other side of fear. And so we break our fear limits to live those lives. And I know I can speak for anybody who rolls on a motorcycle that it's one of the funnest things that you can do in life. It's one of the most dangerous. We understand that. So is football. But it's one of the funnest things. It opens you up. It's almost like your spiritual world is connected and you just fly. Like, I love standing up. I feel like when I stand up, I feel like I'm actually flying, like I'm a bird just. And it's cool because the birds will swoop down and fly with you, you know? But many of us don't grasp how serious life is itself. And every time we throw our leg over that motorcycle, it's only a 50% chance that we make it home safe. We only have control of 50% of that option, of that chance. The other 50% falls into God's hands. Even if we've gone down before, the chance is still there. Half of it relies on the riding ability. Do we wreck it all? Do we survive after we wreck? It's important to shine a light on how serious that choice is in our lives to ride a motorcycle. It could be our last ride. Many times after we become a better rider, we start to push our skill. We try to get better so we can be better as a rider. And there's nothing wrong with this. It's safer for us to push our limits to become better riders so we can be better riders out there, more aware. It helps our growth with everything, our reaction times, our mental, our physical, our spiritual. It's important to remember as a rider to stay in your comfort zone. Ride your own ride. You will get there as far as being a good rider as long as you're persistent in your comfort zone. You'll get there. I tell all new riders all the time, just take your time, just feel it comfortably, and throughout time, you'll look back and you'll say, wow, I literally, I can ride now, Be more cautious out there. Riders, I'm not speaking to just motorcycle riders here, I'm speaking to drivers as well. Be more cautious out there. Riders, be more considerate of drivers. Drivers, be more considerate of motorcycles. We need to work together out there. Accidents happen all the time. Many of us want to point the blame on somebody, but the reality is it's an accident. It happens. Some people have to live with those accidents for the rest of their lives, and mistakes happen. We could be great riders, but sometimes we don't make the right choice in the right moment. Mistakes happen. As riders, we always need to be prepared to stop. We always need to be prepared to swerve. When I was a kid, I heard a famous voice on a Disney movie once say, "You'd be amazed what you can live through." And it stuck with me, right? It made me think, it sparked my reckless side. I was like, I can really push this. I'd be amazed what I can live through, And so I went out there and I really got reckless. I did everything. I never said no, whatever it was, just boom, boom. But what I didn't take into consideration through it, most of it, is that if I didn't pass the test, then the possibility was dying because I was pushing the limits so hard. There's a part of us that does that. Oleg, my brother, he definitely had that part. Most people didn't ride with him, but we did. I've gone over 100 with Oleg, and it was a fun ride. It was awesome. It didn't hit me until later, but the human body even though it's one of the most strongest things in this world, it's also one of the most fragile, one of the most delicate. It can be hurt. We're not invincible. No matter how good we are, only 50% of the outcome is in our hands. Tomorrow is never promised to any of us, so live every day full of life, not pain, not anger, not sorrows. Our time in this world is limited, as was spoken before. Nothing goes with us except tattoos and memories. I like that one. Treat each other right, no matter what your social status is. Don't use that to determine how you treat people. Treat everybody the same. When we leave behind family and friends who continue to carry our light with them, as long as their light is lit. Our impacts in people's lives can leave positive or negative ripples. Leave positive ripples in people's lives. Oleg left many positive ripples here in this world. His light will continue to stay lit inside of each of us. His light will help give us strength, wisdom, and a sense of humor. One thing Oleg perfected. His memories will live on through ours. His name will ring bells and throttle nuts for years to come. He was definitely one of the names that helped. He's there, you guys. I want to ask anyone driving a vehicle to please keep an eye out for motorcycles. Look twice when you're changing lanes or making turns. Just take that extra second and look again. And riders, you're gonna hate me for this one. Slow down, my brothers and sisters. Cars, they already don't see us. The faster we go, the less chance of them to see us or to react properly. These two changes can make a huge difference in the lives that are lost out there. And so I just wanted to leave everybody with that, to just open your eyes more, pay more attention to each other. Cars, bikes, like I said, we lost a few more after Oleg, and it's huge. Again, I wanted to thank the family for putting all this together, and it's been an honor to be able to be here and speak on my brother's behalf. I was able to speak at Derek's also, so with that, whoever